What's up, everyone? This is this what it is? And I'm your host, Gunvid. So we're gonna start off the show, Wake and Bacon. That shit lit. First joint of the day. So yeah, let's just get to it. Paul George signed with the 76ers and and I didn't even know he was a free agent. I'm like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I kind of been busy making music and shit. But yeah, shout out to the 76ers. Shout out to Philly. You know what I'm saying? You know I love Philly. And yeah, the 76ers clearly gave themselves a better chance to win the finals next year. But I think they're going to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals and then lose to the Bucks. And then from the West, I think, you know, the Timberwolves are really close to making it to the finals. So I think it's going to be Bucks versus the Timberwolves next year in the finals, 2025. And I think the Timberwolves are going to win 4-2. I know it's real early to make a prediction, but I don't know, I kind of like making early predictions because say next year the teams that I say do make it to the finals and the Timberwolves win, I'm going to look like a genius. But my pick this year was really like way off. I thought the Clippers and the Bucks would make it, and then none of them made it. But yeah, so this is horrible for the Clippers. You just had Paul George, Westbrook, Kawhi Leonard, and Harden all on the same team, but I guess Paul George, I don't think the Clippers did anything wrong. I guess they matched the offer or some shit like that, but Paul George, he probably seen Philly as his best chance to win the finals, you know? You got people jokingly calling him the GOAT and people actually calling him the GOAT. But it's like, if you never win a finals, you can't really be in that category. Because the finals, you play all year to get to the finals. So if you want to be the GOAT, you got to be that player to lead your team to the finals and win the finals MVP multiple times. That's pretty much like a standard to being classified as the GOAT. And Paul George hasn't won yet, you know? So we can call him the GOAT jokingly all we want, but if he doesn't win the finals, the people who actually think he really is the GOAT, when you're making your argument, that's going to be a big flaw if he never wins a championship, you know? And I do think he'll win. I think he'll win with the Sixers in 3 years. I think they're going to need some time, him and Embiid, build some morale, team morale, you know, shit like that. I think they can win. Maybe they add another player to the team. But yeah, hey, they can win the finals next season. But every team can. It's about if you're going to do it. And Paul George and Embiid, I don't know how great their morale or whatever, pause, their relationship is going to be. Because, I don't know, it just seems kind of weird. Just like all of a sudden Paul George is on the 76ers. But one thing that will happen for this team is they're going to definitely be talked about more in the regular season now that they got three great players. I mean, Maxey, George, and Embiid. It's going to be really tough to beat this team. I mean, all three players have great scoring abilities, pause. But yeah, I'm really excited for this next season because I don't want to, like, as a fan, I don't want to see a replay of last year. Not that I'm not happy with how the season went. It's just like, you know, it's good to see teams change up a bit. And let me get this joint backlit. So the next topic I want to talk about is Stephen Curry. Because now he's on the Warriors. It's just him and Draymond. And the rest of the players that they had last year. But I don't know if he's been on the Warriors without Thompson. I think it's going to feel kind of weird for him to be playing without Thompson on his team. Even though Thompson isn't doing that great. It's just gonna be different. And this is a really interesting time for Stephen Curry in his career because he's won multiple championships. You know, he was part of that team that won like 72 games or whatever the fuck it was. And now people are looking at him as if he's like in the later stages of his career. And I feel like people don't think that Curry's ever going to win again. And knowing Stephen Curry and how competitive he is, I feel like this is going to be a big year for him. Just trying to prove people wrong that he's not just getting old and out of his prime. And the Warriors do have a chance to win. But this season is going to be tough, you know, not having Thompson, not having the best team as far as winning a championship. So I'm going to be really interested in how he plays this year or this upcoming season because Curry's the winner, you know. Historically, he's won many games in his career. And this is something new for him because, you know, they went on that run. They won like 2-3 chips. And he's trying to cement himself as the GOAT. You think these players don't want to be the GOAT? Whether you're someone who's scoring 6 points per game or 28, you want to be the fucking greatest, you know? And if you don't, you probably have the wrong mindset. But you still made it to the NBA. But, you know, the real great, like really great players, they're not just playing to win the championship. They're playing to be the best ever. And I feel like Curry is one of them players. And people can legitimately have him in the top 5 list, I think. Even though he's not in my top 5 list, pause. He has that killer mentality, you know? He has that GOAT mentality like Kobe has, like Jordan had. Like Kobe and Jordan had, you know? Rest in peace to Kobe. Even LeBron, you know, and Wilt. All these players, they want to be number one And of course, they want to be good team players, but they, that's how you become a GOAT. You become a leader of your team. And it's going to be interesting with Paul George on the 76ers because it's like, okay, so we all know Embiid is the leader of this team, but Paul George wanting to become the GOAT, how is that going to sit with him? Is he going to just be cool with not getting as many shots as Embiid, how is this going to play out? This is a really interesting upcoming season. And so the next topic is Jason Tatum re-signed with the Celtics. And people were talking about his contract because this is the most a player's ever been paid. He got like a $315 million contract. And shout out to him, congrats to him. That's a great fucking thing, Enjoy that shit. You deserve all of it, Tatum has been one of the best players in the league. And him winning the championship this year, he could talk all the shit he wants. He could call himself the best player in the league because he won, So all the players, if you want to be recognized as the best player, you got to make it to the finals first off. Then you got to win and become the finals MVP. Being the finals MVP is more impressive than being the regular season MVP. Because Jokic, he won the regular season MVP, but he didn't make it to the finals. So even though he was the regular season MVP, everyone's going to be saying Tatum was the best player last year because he won. And realistically, the Celtics can go back to back and win again, I don't think they lost any players from this season, so it's like, why should they not be viewed as a team who can win again? Because they made it to the finals without Porzingis, and then he came back, if I'm remembering correctly, he came back just in time to make the finals, and he was a really key player in the finals. I feel like the Mavs could have won if Porzingis wasn't playing. Just him defensively, he was really great in stopping the Mavs from scoring in the post. So yeah, look out for the Celtics to go back to back. Will they three-peat? I don't think so. I don't even think they're gonna win this upcoming year, but they got all the players to do that. And now Tatum, he got a taste of winning a finals, and I don't think he's gonna get lazy and just be content. I think he wants to be the GOAT, He's another player, he got that killer mentality. Even though I might have said he didn't have it, well, if you win a finals, now you do have it. So, yeah, look out for Boston. So, I don't know if LeBron has signed a deal yet, but clearly with his son joining the Lakers, I think he'll be back with the Lakers, and it's going to be real interesting to see this dynamic because we've never had this before, if I'm remembering right. A player play on the same team as their son. So congrats to LeBron. Congrats to Bronny. You know what I'm saying? You guys know I don't really fuck with LeBron like that, but I do think it's dope that he got his son on the same team. And I hope the Lakers win. You know, that's my team. Realistically, I hope the Knicks win. But it's like, you know, I gotta be a Lakers fan because the Knicks let me down too many times. And so real quick, let's talk about the Knicks. Hartenstein, their center, signed to play with the Thunder. So, yeah, it's looking bad for the Knicks this year, even though they're going to get Randall back from the injury. And Brunson has been going crazy. I think them losing their center, I feel like he was a great center or a good center. And I don't know who's going to replace him, but I feel like the Knicks, they might make it to the first round of the playoffs this next season, but I don't think they're going to make it past that. I think they need some time to either make a trade or get a great rookie or do something to give them a chance to win. So yeah, there's that. If you like this video, hit that like button, comment, share, and subscribe for more. This is this what it is? And I'm your host, Gunvid. Peace.